part of it was because my customers actually were asking for that. They were living in the neighborhood that our original store, Salty's, was open in, and they were moving to another neighborhood that did not have a pet supply shop. And they said, you should open a pet supply shop in Kenton. And I said, well, if I can find a space, I'll look into it. And so I like the Kenton neighborhood, and I was frequenting it, and I finally found a couple locations that would work for a pet supply shop, and was lucky enough to be able to get a lease in the area. However, on top of that, that was 4 years ago that we opened the second location. And 2 months ago, I moved my second location to a larger location about 8 blocks away. I knew that it was time to relocate because we had no room left in our store, and we needed a larger space, we needed better parking, and we also needed air conditioning. We did not have air conditioning in our other locations. So when we found the space that we're now in, it was like one of those moments where you're just like, yes, like your gut just tells you, yeah, that's the right thing to do. Lease negotiation is a great question. I have been through it multiple times, and I have to say that every time has been different. There's not been one tried or true way for me to negotiate a lease. However, one of the things that has been consistent is that I've always used the same broker. She knows me really well. She knows what I'm looking for. She understands my business. So when she's talking to a potential landlord, she knows how to describe my business. And she also knows my history of being in business for almost 12 years now. She knows that I'm going to be a great tenant for a landlord, that I'm easy to work with, that I'm community oriented. I think that's something that landlords are interested in. But also she has in mind what my, what my needs of running a business are and what I can afford. And she's honest with me about what the situation is in the neighborhood. So having that kind of relationship is great. And I've been very lucky that all of my landlords have been people that are involved in the area where they own their buildings. And so I think that really helps too. We get to know each other on a personal basis. And I think that that kind of openness and honesty gets in a situation where I feel comfortable. I have had one landlord in all of this time that was a little less of that situation, but just using open communication and being honest about what was, happening at the time, like when we decided to move out of that space, they were really easy to work with. And I think that that's, one of the big keys in having a good lease negotiation. The other thing too is, you're in a business, you need to protect yourself. You need to use a lawyer. You need to make sure the paperwork that you're signing, you're comfortable with, and that you're willing to, put your name down there on and know that you're going to be protected. So those are things that, I look for and I keep in my mind when I'm negotiating a lease. So Fang and Feather's our largest store, and it's actually a pet supply store and a garden supply store. We're 4,100 square feet, and we have an undeveloped lot behind the building that we can use to sell soil and plants. So in the summer, we're going to really vamp that up and have a lot more gardening stuff. Right now, we don't mostly have houseplants. And then we also sell, so we're a full line pet supply shop here, which means we sell small animal, reptile, bird. We have chicken feed, all of that here. At Salty's, it's more dog, cat, and like bunnies and hamsters and that type of thing. A little bit of fish, but not a lot. And then the third store is 1,000 square feet. It's going to be the smallest store of the three, and it's going to be primarily dog and cat because what the neighborhood is down there. So they're kind of, yes, we sell a lot of the same products. It's just we sell more at one store than we do at the other. Also, it's how much you can jam into a space, which I'm really good at getting a lot of stuff fit into a space.